Charms, her rap song. And I'm like, okay, okay, let's check this out. But then it's 2 hours long. Ooh, what else does she talk about? So skimming through a little bit, she's reminiscing about the good old and maybe bad days. So I'm like, okay, let's back it up and let's listen to this whole live stream. Oh my goodness, 2 hours and 17 minutes. I don't know if I want to do all of this, but if it's entertaining, we'll keep listening. Good morning. Good morning. This is a long live stream. I skimmed through a little bit of it. Um, if it stays interesting, I'll keep reviewing it. If not, I'm gonna cut it off. But she's debuting her rap song for one, so we're gonna start with that. So y'all come on in and let's critique this rap song. The little bit I heard it, I mean, to me, it's more like lyrics. Not there's no beat with it. There's no instruments. So I mean, you're pretty much reading some lyrics. I wouldn't necessarily call it a song, but let's listen anyway. Good morning, y'all. Let's start. Let's start. Let's start.
Miss Andress, formerly known as Crystal Swirlz. I've been working on some material. This one, this rap song I made is about down low men. The name of my rap song, which I hope nobody steals, because I have proof that I made the song, and you will get sued when my song blows up. So don't fuck with me.
Are there steps that she needs to take besides just saying, "Don't steal my shit. Don't fuck with me"? Is there some kind of copyright red tape that she's got to go through? But anyway, let's listen to the song.
Now, if you are a DJ and you want to put a beat to this song, to my lyrics, feel free. If it goes viral, everybody will know who made the song.
Okay, so you basically just gave people permission to use it. They can claim to be a DJ, and if it goes viral, okay, they're the ones that get paid for the video, right? Are you gonna ask for any like ownership royalties or whatever? Anyway, let's just go on. We know she delusional.
And I want to get cut a check, okay?
We all want to
Now, the
check
name of the
Crystal.
song is Booty is the New Coochie. I got proof that I wrote it. It's on my other phone. I made this song a few hours ago. Check it out. Booty is the new coochie. I got a coochie. Why you want to put it in my booty? Booty is the new coochie. Got a coochie. Why you want to put it in my booty? Nigga, do I look dumb? You say this shit ain't gay, but where you getting it from? Do you think anal sex turns me on? You niggas got turned out from watching gay porn. Ever heard of anal prolapse? That's when you shit on yourself because your booty collapsed. If you niggas are lost, here goes a map. My coochie is a landmark to get you back on track. Self-cleansing tastes good too. Why you want to stick your tongue where I gotta take a doo-doo?
Now I ain't gonna lie, good lyrics, but I mean, we're, you don't have the necessary flow. These are good lyrics. You should be a songwriter, but let somebody else do the let somebody else record. You just stick to song rap writing.
You sound crazy, a little cuckoo. You better love the coochie that's under my moo-moo. No bacteria, no E. coli that causes cancer that could make you die. My mouth ain't told not one lie. Stop asking if I want to give anal sex a try. How you gonna say that you ain't DL? Must like the smell of shit, cause that's booty smell. All this gay porn got y'all under a spell. Demonic as fuck, like the demon in hell. Oh well, I wish you well. If your ass is DL, you kill me if I tell. My booty big, so what? It doesn't mean I want you to put your dick in my butt. Booty is the new coochie. I got a coochie, but you wanna put it in my booty. Booty is the new coochie. I got a coochie, why you wanna put it in my booty? Ignore my pussy. Ignore my clit. Your focus is on where I gotta take a shit. It's not normal. I don't give a damn if I hurt your feelings because you want to fuck a man. Unlike a rubber band, booty muscles won't snap back. It sounds DL when you say, I'll make your cheeks clap. My booty hole is where I take a crap. Ass to mouth causes cancer. That's a fact. Could tell you DL by the way you react. The look on your face looks like a heart attack.
Oh, by the way, after this rap, she does tell a story of yeah, of this type of situation where some guy she was with went from to from her booty to her coochie. We're gonna hear that story. We heard it once before, but we're gonna hear it again after this rap.
These niggas look like bitches with their legs cocked. Booty is the new coochie. I got a coochie, but you wanna put it in my booty. Booty is the new coochie. I got a coochie, but you want to put it in my booty. Booty hole can't compare to my vagina. You niggas are hooking up on Tinder and Grindr. Lying to the face of your girlfriend. All you download niggas gonna end up wearing Depends to catch the shit that flows from your backside.
Damn. You
be dissing gay men when you should march your gay pride. Hold on. Where's the rest? Okay.
I must say, I didn't listen to the whole thing, but damn. Let's keep going.
Did I finish? Well, you should march your gay pride. Okay. Is that all I wrote?
You don't know?
Girl, that's my song, okay? Booty is the new coochie. I hope you like the lyrics. And, you know, it took a lot of thought. It took a lot of thought to come up with those lyrics. But I'm very gifted because I'm a rapper. I've been rapping since 1986. I wrote that song November 29th, 2025, which is today, a few hours ago. And I wanted to share with you. It's called Booty is the New Coochie. I got a coochie. Why you want to put it in my booty? I hope a DJ gets his hands on this song. And I hope it blows up and goes viral. And I want everybody to get it up. I'm very talented when it comes to rapping. I hope this is the only song on the internet right now that talks about down low men, that talks about E. coli, that talks about anal prolapse, that talks about the dangers of living a DL lifestyle. A lot of these women are going to have urinary tract infections. It throws off your pH balance. And these men are promiscuous. They are fucking different men. So you got different strains of E. coli.
I think she's going to have a hard time getting someone to record that seriously. Those lyrics, I don't know about that. But let's continue. There's a story to this following what she's saying right now.
Being introduced into your vagina. If you have a boyfriend that's on the down low. Because you tongue kiss, you got his penis in your vagina, and all of that E. coli is getting into your system.
Okay.
So this is my prediction. You're going to have a super strain of E. coli that the scientists and the doctors can't help us. They're not going to be able to come up with a cure for a super urinary tract infection strain of E. coli. They're not going to be able to, because there's too much E. coli being passed. Now, we all know about the YouTuber called Funky Geneva, who has prostate cancer right now. How did he get that? Different dicks poisoning his prostate. E. coli is very toxic. It causes cancer. And this is a part of the down low movement that they don't talk about. They glamorize anal sex. They make it seem like it's the next best thing since sliced bread, but the truth is it's very dangerous. And I told you about how this shit works. During anal sex, microscopic tears are created in the anus, in the rectum, and fecal matter passes into those microscopic tears anywhere from 1 to 3 times a day when you take a shit. And it gets into your blood, so now you got all this E. coli swimming around in your blood. It's like poisoning yourself to death. It's a slow death. And some people, they got good immune systems. It may take years before you come up with leukemia, before you come up with some type of toxic disease like cancer. But it's going to happen eventually. It happened to Funky Geneva. It's an unclean, unhygienic lifestyle. These guys are hooking up, having sausage parties. And when you watch the tranny porn, you watch the gay porn, and you think, oh, these guys look like they're having so much fun, but what are they really doing? Now, they got this thing called ass to mouth.
You watch that shit.
And ass to mouth is when they take the dick and they put it into their mouth after they just had it up their behind.
Self-explanatory.
I'm looking at this shit. I can't even watch. I'm like, oh my God. This is so unhealthy and toxic. This dude is going to get throat cancer like Tony Braxton's sister. I really don't understand. And there's a lot of women right now, black women, women of all races, and now the white girls, because this is where these niggas are going with. They're going with white girls now.
Good morning, everyone.
They're going with their preferences. So what a lot of these white girls are catching urinary tract infections, cancer, because they fucking with these niggas. They fucking with these DL men. And the down low, it's not just black men. It's all races that are doing this. All of these male creatures are jerking off the porn. The tranny porn, the gay porn. And now you got a new men. The straight men that only fuck women. But they insist on fucking you in your ass. And those are the most dangerous ones. Because those are the ones that say, I'm straight. I'm not into men. I just like to fuck girls up the ass. Listen, booty hole is booty hole. E. coli is E. coli, sweetheart. So it doesn't matter whether they fucking women up the ass or men. Okay? Urinary tract infections, leukemia, throat cancer. It's all a part of that lifestyle. And let's talk shit on yourself. Imagine if you at work, let's work at fast food, or you're just a cashier at a department store. You stuck at that register, you got customers, it's the holiday season. You got customers snaked around the corner, your line is so long. You cannot leave that register. You got a boyfriend that likes to fuck you in your butt. You shit on yourself. You feel creamy doo-doo come out of your behind.
She is so vulgar. I swear. But she has her own story to tell. We're gonna get to it at some point. Let's just listen and see it through.
While you standing at that goddamn cash register and it smells. You shitted your whole lunch into your panties.
Ugh.
You can't leave the register. You're held hostage. You got a long line. You got women everywhere experiencing this because they're trying to be people pleasers and please their men that are into this anal thing. And the straight men are copying off the gay ones. Many women are getting the best of anal sex. They are pressured. They are coerced into doing something they really don't want to do. And once you start having anal sex with these male creatures, they forget you have a pussy. They're addicted to the porn, the gay porn, the tranny porn, even if it's straight porn of anal sex.
As you
They're
are.
addicted to that shit. And they're not gonna wanna put it in your coochie anymore. They're gonna wanna keep screwing you in your behind. And the uncomfortable truth about anal sex is there's a lot of women out there right now that are practicing this because they got boyfriends that are putting pressure on them. And they find out the uncomfortable side effect of anal sex is you shit on your partner.
Ugh.
You should, and this is, let's talk about this. Okay, you shit on your partner. It has to be traumatizing when that happens. Okay? But gay men and trannies and down low men know exactly what I'm talking about. They're used to the fecal matter. After a while, they become desensitized towards getting shitted on. And here's the catch. Once your rectum gets stretched out, it does not snap back. Like a vagina, a woman could push dozens of babies out of her vagina over the course of a lifetime, and it will snap back into place. An anus doesn't do that. That's the scary part. And that's the part that gay men and trannies and down low men don't admit. That's the uncomfortable side effect of getting fucked in your ass. You are going to lose elasticity of your anal muscles because your rectum is going to get stretched out of shape and you're going to shit on yourself. And it's going to come out of nowhere. And listen, so what a lot of them are doing, because, you know, I'm in the comment sections of, you know, the trannies, the down low men. I'm all up in their business. And a lot of them don't eat until they get home. A lot of them will turn down food. A lot of them do not go on dinner dates, lunch dates, because they fear shitting on themselves. Now, we got a couple of bold people that know about the down low movement, and I saw a few, video clips of somebody that had their cell phone and they recorded a black male with his pants sagging and a brownish wet stain on the back of his boxers. And the black male was unaware that he had a shit stain in the back of his boxers that was visible. So this is the type of stuff that we're seeing. People are starting to be educated and aware of the side effects of this down low culture. The unpleasant side of it that is not spoken about. Now, that's the second video I saw like that.
Why didn't she show us that video?
Where somebody recorded the doo-doo stain on the back of the boxes, and the motherfucker had the nerve to sag his pants. And he got that wet brownish spot in the back of his pants. He shitted on himself. He got anal prolapse. Yep. And I'm not just picking on them. I'm not picking on anybody. I'm exposing. I'm talking about, I'm the only YouTuber right now that is educated on this subject. I've been talking about it since 2018, 2019. Now, many of you girls are dealing with these men, and you are noticing that they want anal sex now. They don't want pussy no more. They want to fuck you in your ass. And that's why a lot of y'all are not on the dating sites anymore. You're turned off because after, they're on the dating sites to hook up. Okay. And they're going to sneak around. Once they get comfortable with you, they're going to ask you, oh, do you do anal? Do you like it in your ass? They're going to ask you that. Oh, can we try it? And they're going to make it seem like they're innocent, like it's their first time, and they're curious. It's all bullshit. Don't believe that. It's not his first time. They on there looking to see who's down with the get down, whether you're male or female. They just want to put it in a booty hole. Okay? And once you get involved with somebody that's into that, eventually you are going to end up having a very bad state of health. Okay? Let's look at what happens when you participate in this lifestyle, whether you're a woman or a man. You're eventually going to get urinary tract infections. And what does a urinary tract infection do? It could be very bad, sweetheart. It attacks your kidneys. Your kidneys are the filtration system of your body. They filter out all the toxins. And when they're under constant...
When I was skimming through this video, this live stream, I should have time-stamped the part where she was telling her story so we can just get to that part. But I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know where that was at. We'll just have to listen to this for right now.
Attack from E. coli. They're trying to clean up the E. coli. Clean your blood. And they can't do it. It's too much work. Because you dealing with a creature that's constantly dealing with E. coli. He's running up in different assholes. And even if he's faithful to you, he's constantly screwing you in your behind. And you got all that E. coli up in there. Your kidneys can't take anymore. And eventually, they're going to shut down. Your kidneys are going to shut down. What you going to do now? Get a kidney transplant? You see where I'm going with this? You see why it's dangerous to do this shit? And these men are lying to themselves. And they are lying to you, trying to glamorize something that is so toxic. Do you know that some people won't eat at a buffet because there have been traces of E. coli found in the food? And once this hit the internet, many people stop eating at buffets.
Buffets? Girl.
Because once that E. coli gets in your mouth, it turns into cancer. Because you got people that don't wash their hands. They dealing with the food. They reaching over the food, and the E. coli ends up in the food. So imagine having sex. I've seen porn where the man puts his penis in a behind, and then he goes and puts it in a person's mouth. Now, this particular sexual act is called ass to mouth. They was promoting this shit hard, starting in the goddamn early 2000s. You know, when I used to watch porn back then, I used to watch the little magazines, and I used to keep up with the, at the time, DVD. They had the porn on the DVD, and I noticed there was a lot of, they would put it right on the cover, ass.
For those of you who are new here, she watches a lot a lot of porn.
To mouth edition. And I'm like, back then I wasn't educated. I didn't know. But now that I look back, I'm saying, wow, this shit been going on for a while. How many of those women caught urinary tract infections, throat cancer? Okay? Because they doing that ass to mouth shit. Because the bacteria that's in your anus, it's not the same as the bacteria in your mouth. And when you introduce back, and now I'm the only one. So take this video very seriously, share it, sub to my channel, and let me take my expertise. Let me take my knowledge of several years of studying this movement, studying about.
Let's get to your experience. Where is the story?
Urinary, because I had an experience. It was a straight experience. Where I told you my son's father, who's no longer here, he put his, and he did it on purpose. He tried to play it off, but he knew which hole he was poking when he had me doggy style. He put that thing in my ass, honey. And I jumped, because that was the first time I had a dick in my ass. I said, ouch. And he was like, oh, I'm sorry, that was the wrong hole. He knew what the fuck he was doing. And girl, he put, so, I jumped, I was scared, and he's like, oh, it's gonna be okay, I'm sorry. So then he took that penis and he put it in my vagina. And I will never forget how much in pain I was. A couple of days later, I had the most violent strain of a urinary tract infections. My back was hurting. I went to the bathroom, and even after I peed, the aching, it's not even an ache, it's demonic. How bad it ached. Even after I took a piss, it was aching and burning. Oh my God. I'd rather catch a fucking girl. I'd rather have a baby than go through that again. So we both went to the doctor, and the doctor, he must have been going through some shit too, because I think he had a urinary tract infection too, but he was quiet about it. So we went to the doctor together, and the doctor, he looked at us, we were both nervous. He said, you have a, and he was like that. He paused it for a long time. He was fucking with us. He said, you have a, and we was like this. We thought we had caught something because we was fighting, accusing each other of sleeping around. And the doctor said, you have a urinary tract infection. We breathed a sigh of relief. He gave us the medication. We took it, and we got better. But I'm here to tell you, all of this, that showed me, right, that was my first experience on how fucked up E. coli can be. And when you take, a penis that has been in a booty hole with all that bacteria in it, and you stick it in a vagina, you stick it in the mouth. Oh my God, y'all have no idea this whole down low culture, how toxic it is.
Oh boy. Anyway, there's another story coming on later. Like I said, I just kind of skimmed through to see what she was talking about before I did this live, but she's got more stuff coming. This thing is over 2 hours long, so bear with me. Good morning, y'all.
How many people are gonna need a new set of kidneys? Okay, they gonna catch throat cancer like Tony Braxton's sister. Okay, they're gonna have to wear Depends diapers, because once your rectum is stretched out, it cannot snap back. So you stuck for the rest of your life shitting on yourself. So I need y'all to understand how, fucked up this is. And the situation that we dealing with. Think of it right now. All of these women right now getting request screwed in their behind by men. Now, some of these women are giving in. That's their boyfriend. And some of these women think, I don't want him to turn gay. Let me just give him my ass and maybe that'll keep him straight. Some of y'all think like that.
Did you?
Some of y'all think, oh, he's just freaky. If I don't give it to him, he's going to get it from another girl or a guy. So you give it up. And now you stuck with a stretched out booty hole for the rest of your life. You got to go into the goddamn Walmart, into the Depends section where there's adult diapers and put this goddamn diaper on. Under your panties. Because you shitting on yourself. Your behind, your anus is stretched out. It cannot snap back. You stuck with that shitty, you stuck, sweetheart. You stuck. And there's a lot of women right now going through this, and they quiet about it. They're embarrassed. They did not know that that's one of the side effects. Is you stuck with a stretched out rectum, and you can no longer hold your feces. Imagine that, not being able to control your bowel movements no more. Was it worth it? And that guy that wanted to screw you in your behind, y'all broke up a couple of years ago. Now you stuck, your anus, your rectum is destroyed. It's stretched out. And you no longer feel comfortable eating out at restaurants or eating lunch at work. You wait till you get home to eat something because you're scared you're going to shit on yourself. This is not a joke. I need all women to be educated. I am the only person right now that knows about this. I'm trying to save lives. I'm trying to tell you it's not cute to shit on yourself. It's not cute to be a people pleaser, give in to these men that want to fuck you in your ass, and you the one stuck with a stretched out rectum for the rest of your life, shitting on yourself. He done moved on to a new piece of ass, and now you stuck. And this is why these men are so promiscuous. Have you ever stopped to think, damn, why down low men are so promiscuous? Why they jump from men? Because they looking for that new tight booty hole that's not stretched out. They tired of fucking the same partner whose rectum is stretched out. It's not as elastic as it was when they first started having sex, and his booty hole was tight. Now his booty hole is loose, and when he has sex with his partner, the partner shitted on him. So what does he do? He dumps that partner, and he's looking for somebody new. This is why they're so promiscuous. They run through ass like it's like nothing. Once it's stretched out, and they have sex with their partner, and they tired of getting shitted on, they dump them. And they go to the next motherfucker that's not into anal sex.
Good morning. This is wild.
Never really did it before, and they want to introduce them. Yep, and then when they done with them, and they butthole is stretched out, and they get tired of getting shitted on, they move on to the next one. This is why they're so promiscuous. This is why they don't stay with one person. They're not going to tell you that, but that's the real reason. Y'all better wake up. Thank you, Cleo Badashian, for putting my cash out. And I want to give a special shout out to Ayana Nation. I was like, what, girl? You the shit. Thank you. I appreciate the love. But I'm waking, I'm saving lives. I've been doing this for a while now. And a lot of niggas are going to hate me because I'm exposing the ugly side of the down low. Because what they going to do, they're going to try to make you seem like, oh, it feels good, just relax your muscles. I'm going to lube you up. It's going to feel good. He the one that's going to be getting that. Girl, you're not going to come from getting fucked in your ass. You're not. The only thing that's going to happen, you're going to get your booty hole stretched out. Okay? It might take a few times before your behind gets stretched out to the point that you start shitting on yourself. But it will happen eventually. It's called anal prolapse. You don't want that condition, sweetheart. And there's nothing that the doctors could do for you. What you gonna do, get a rectum transplant? Remember what your anus was created for, to hold shit. That's what it was made for. And once you stretch it out, the fact that it doesn't snap back like a vagina, it's proof that you're not supposed to be getting fucked in your ass. What more proof do you need? The fact that it doesn't stretch back should bother you. And if you are a woman that got your hands on this video because somebody shared it, and you are going through this right now with some man pressuring you to screw you in your body,
don't do it.
You might say, I'm not going to get the anal prolapse right away. It takes a while, right? Okay, I'll let him fuck me in the ass. Girl, he going to want that shit over and over and over and over and over. He not going to, once you give your ass up, he going to want that shit again. Y'all better wake up.
Now, I wonder, after her situation, the story she gave, did she say no after that? Because for those of you who don't know, this woman don't know how to say no to men. She's been in abusive relationships. She's given bad advice to women about abusive relationships. And that advice benefits the man. Here we go.
There's a lot of women walking around with urinary tract infections, thrown off pH balances. There's women out there right now that their vaginas and their mouths are so polluted from the E. coli. This down low shit, this anal sex craze, it's gonna destroy a lot of people. It is slow poisoning of the body. The constant exposure to E. coli, y'all playing with fire. Fire. And let me tell you something. You get fucked in your ass. I told you about the microscopic tears that are caused from the friction during anal sex. So typically the average person shits about 2 to 3 times a day. Okay. Affect the way you smell. It's gonna show up in your sweat. Imagine that. Imagine smelling like shit. You don't smell like you used to. And the body is so intelligent, it tries to get rid of the toxin by sweating. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the major ways. Your skin is your biggest organ. So what the body's going to try to do is going to try to get rid of that toxin through your sweat. And you're going to smell like shit. Facts. So y'all better wake the fuck up and stop giving it to these men, these male creatures who are really mutated females. They're going to lead y'all straight to hell. Funky Geneva, wherever you are right now, you're going through hell. You got what? Prostate cancer? I'm not surprised. What did you think you was putting in your ass, sweetheart? The E. coli, the different dicks going in your ass.
Ugh.
Okay? And you got fecal matter in your rectum. Even if it, little traces of it. Even if you douched your ass, you still got little traces of fecal matter in there. And that gets all up in your prostate. and you slowly poison your prostate, it becomes so toxic it turns to cancer. Y'all better stop following these men. These men, imagine you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you, I'm sorry, ma'am, you got rectal cancer. Imagine having cancer of the asshole. What would you call that? Rectal cancer? Rectal cancer. A lot of women are going to have rectal cancer. And this is why a lot of women are doing the 4B movement. Single and celibate. Because we see these male creatures are going to lead you straight to hell. A lot of them are into the anal shit now. A lot of y'all are getting requests from these males for them to put it in your ass. So if you are dating, if you have a boyfriend or a husband, you're going through hell right now with all of these goddamn requests to get fucked in your ass.
No.
And he gonna sit there and tell you, I'm not gay. I'm just freaky. You got a big booty. I want to put my dick in your booty. Sounds glamorous.
Say no.
But is he educated on E. coli? Is he educated on the microscopic tears caused by the friction of anal sex and the fecal matter gets in your bloodstream and makes your breath smell like shit, makes your sweat smell like shit? Because your body's trying to get rid of all that E. coli? Is he aware of this? Is he aware that you at risk for leukemia, which is blood poisoning? Which is not blood poisoning, it's blood cancer. Eventually,
Her internet sucks.
10 years, 5 years, but eventually he's gonna catch leukemia. A lot of them are gonna catch leukemia. They're gonna be like Funky Deneva with the prostate cancer. Yes. And they are mixing up. Remember, they promiscuous. So now you got different strains of E. coli mixed up. They're gonna have a super E. coli. And the doctors and the scientists won't be able to help. It's gonna be like super gonorrhea. When you mix different strains of something, yep, ain't gonna be no antibiotic to cure that shit. We are on a path to destruction. Now, Celeste Deans said it's an exit. And women's tissues are more fragile than men's. This anal thing is not good, y'all. And a lot of people are saying, "Oh, you discriminating, you bashing." I'm not bashing, sweetheart. I'm not bashing. I'm spreading awareness of the side effects. That's all I'm doing. I'm not saying. I'm not calling anybody names. I'm not criticizing anybody. I'm not bashing. I'm telling you about the side effects like leukemia, throat cancer, prostate cancer, urinary tract infections, poisoning of your bloodstream with E. coli swimming through your goddamn body so toxic, it can't fit. These can't filter all of them goddamn toxins. And if you getting fucked up your ass on a continuous basis, your kidneys they just gonna give out. They're gonna say, I can't do this no more. And you're gonna need a kidney transplant. You know how long the donors list is for that? You know how much your goddamn kidney transplant costs? Sweetheart, you don't want this smoke. And even if you get a kidney transplant, it has to be a match. Y'all better wake up. 4B is the way to go right now because dealing and these men are gonna tell you what they into. Because
By the way, she's not 4B. She is not 4B. She still deals with men too.
once they figure out she not down with that shit, but I really like her, I'm in love with her, I'm just gonna do my thing with other girls or men, fuck them up the ass, And I love my girl. I got my girl at home. She ain't down with getting fucked in her ass. So I'm going to take my little fetish and I'm going to go elsewhere with it. A lot of them are doing that. The straight ones, as well as the gay ones. All of these male creatures are on some bullshit right now. Somebody's mad in the comment section. It's not age spots. I am mixed. I have freckles. I've had freckles my whole life. I got them on my nose. You're mad because you're probably fucking somebody up the ass, and what I'm saying is bothering you. You are walking death. Eventually, you're going to end up like Funky Geneva. You don't want women to be aware. You don't want a YouTuber like me promoting awareness. A lot of women, until I made this video, a lot of women didn't know about all of this. Throat cancer, prostate cancer, leukemia, urinary tract infections, slowly poisoning myself to death because I got E. coli swimming through my bloodstream, and eventually my kidneys are going to shut down, and I'm going to need a kidney transplant. They didn't know about this. You're mad because you want women to stay in the dark about that lifestyle. Even if you're straight, you're getting fucked up your ass. You're asking for all of those things I just mentioned. And it might not happen right away. It might take 10, 15 years, but eventually it's going to happen. Now, we had this actress called Farrah Fawcett from Charlie's Angels. She was very famous back in the 1970s. Everybody had a poster of Farrah Fawcett with her blonde hair all over their walls. Farrah Fawcett died from anal cancer. I know what happened there. Anal cancer, babe? You let your man...
If that's true, I did not know that.
As soon as I found out that's the type of cancer she had, I said, oh boy, I know what happened here. Farrah Fawcett, yeah?
I'm going to have to look that up.
And somebody in the chat by the name of Private Jenkins.
Later.
Motherfucker, we know you down low. We know you probably shitting on yourself. You probably wearing Depends diapers. Or the person that you fucking up the ass is wearing them. You see, you're not going to find this type of content anywhere on YouTube. I'm the only one talking about this. I'm the only one blowing the lid and exposing the side effects of getting fucked in your ass. Because everybody just says, nobody talks about it because nobody wants you to know. That would fuck with their booty supply. We need bitches to stay dumb. We want to fuck men up the ass. We want to fuck women up the ass. And let them figure out, I'm stretching out their rectum and they're going to shit on themselves for the rest of their life. Let them find that out later, after I get my thrills. And after I get tired of screwing them in the behind and them shitting on me, I'm just going to dump them and go on to the next one. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Map 1371 said, I just watched her movie, The Burning Bed. I saw that. I was supposed to watch it like a couple of days ago, but I was like, nah, I'm not going to watch it. I saw a horror movie instead. Yes, Farrah Fawcett died from anal cancer. Probably trying to please her man. Getting fucked in her ass, all that E. coli attacking that part of her body. Getting through those microscopic tears. And after a while, the rectum becomes toxic because you're not supposed to have microscopic tears in your asshole. You're just supposed to take a shit and the skin is what? Intact. Protected. You're not supposed to have microscopic tears in your rectum, because eventually you get rectal. Sometimes you get rectal cancer right there on the spot. Constantly getting fucked in your ass. Sometimes you don't even get to the stage where you get the leukemia. Your body says, "Oh God, I can't take this," and you get anal cancer. Mm, yeah. Wow. Reese, such a lover girl. I am so happy that you are here, sweetheart. And I am so glad that you stayed faithful to me. I did not listen. I'm glad that you see I'm giving you tough love. I'm glad that you are watching me and participating and realizing, because I did a live mentioning you the other day. What was it? Last night, as a matter of fact. And I'm glad that I didn't chase you away and that you were not offended and that you're back on the scene and realize I love you. I'm only trying to help you and save you. These men, I know you're a virgin. And when I tell you now is not the time, baby girl, now something is going on with these male creatures. They got orders from Satan to fuck everybody up the ass.
Oh boy,
okay?
Here we go.
Because you know Satan is their leader. But they are hosts of the fallen angels. And they got orders from Satan. Fuck everybody up the ass. Spread leukemia. Spread prostate cancer. Spread sepsis of the blood. Spread urinary tract infections. Spread the shutdown of the kidneys. They got orders from Satan to poison everybody. Mm.
Now, this is good information. But if you don't know this woman, she will have other live streams telling women to stay away from men. They're evil, they're bad, they're this, they're that. And then she will turn around and be with one. She claimed to be celibate, blah, 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 hate black men, yada, yada, yada. Months later, she gave up her celibacy to a black man. So she does the opposite of what she tells women to do. For those of you who do not know who this woman is, also a felon because she lost custody of her child because she was starving him to death, feeding him protein shakes. So she's been out of jail about maybe a year.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Karma Queen of Flames 376 said, the anus should be an exit only. You are not supposed to push things inside it.
Duh.
Yeah, I feel like crying. I really feel like crying. This is sad. Because you got so many people. And think about these male creatures that get molested by these nasty men, and they think it's normal to get fucked up your ass. They enjoy it. Don't forget, the prostate is a pleasurable organ. When it gets massaged and stimulated, it feels like a clit. Like, you know, when you rub your clit, that's what it feels like to them. So that's why a lot of them get addicted to that sensation. But you putting E. coli on your prostate when you get fucked in your ass. That's the catch. Now, Celeste TDs, you know about Richard Gere. These men, like I said, these male creatures are out of control. I read years ago, this had to be during the early 2000s, maybe the late 1990s. He put gerbils, which are like little rats.
What?
He went because he read somewhere in the gay porn that will give him a fluttering sensation in his ass. So he put gerbils up in there. And the doctors, yeah, they have to take them gerbils out of there.
Oh, not Richard Gere. This can't be true. No way. Richard Gere? The actor Richard Gere?
These men are off the chain with their nastiness. Now we're going to read Aries, Such a Lover Girl. We're going to read your comments, sweetheart. She said the thought of even getting with a man that has done anal sex with another woman before it grows.
You say it's an old urban legend. I kind of figured she's one that doesn't fact check stuff. But whatever to make her live streams more interesting.
grosses me out. A lot of men have done it, probably like 95% or 85% minimum. They are obsessed with the ass. Obsessed with it. So I think the shit reminds them of hell. It reminds these hosts of fallen angels, called male creatures, it reminds them of hell, fecal matter. Shit, I don't know. I don't know how hell smells like. I heard it smells like sulfur and shit. That's what I heard. This is horrible, girl.
You said that and the old rumor about Rod Stewart getting his stomach pumped. I haven't even heard about that. I don't follow celebrities the way she does. So I haven't heard that story either, but with Crystal Swirlz, you have to take what she said with a grain of salt. There's some truth in it, and the rest is bullshit.
Look at what Karma Queen of Flame said. She said it's horrible when a woman puts her own health at risk to please a man. And if you are locked into a contract called a marriage or a relationship with a male creature, you are getting pressured to get fucked up your ass right now. Because this is what these men want. They've always wanted booty, sweetheart. I wouldn't be surprised if our grandmothers and our mothers got that request, but they turned them down. So what the men would do is they would go to the prostitutes, the brothels, with their little kinky fetishes, and fuck the prostitute up her ass and pay good money for that shit. Come home broke. You know, his wife can't get that pretty new dress that she saw in the store window. Oh, honey, you know, the bills, I got other bills. And she's like, okay. No, he just spent the money on a prostitute, fucking her up the ass. Or so, and a lot of the prostitutes didn't want to do that nasty shit. Yes. So what the men would do, they would go in the gay part of town. They would go to gay bars and pay a faggot to bend over.
uh, if y'all don't know who she is, this woman, I believe she gave a BJ for a NutriBullet kitchen appliance. Recently, on her birthday back in August, she gave it up for some Chinese shrimp fried rice with extra shrimp. So you know, she give it up for minor cheap things.
Yeah, they've been doing this shit, honey. They've been this.
You've been doing this.
Now, Aries, such a lover girl, said, and men like how butts look. They do. That's another thing that we need to talk about. They are obsessed with the shape of the buttocks. They like fat asses. Okay. They like, yes. Whether it's
Phantom. No, she doesn't. He is in a home now. Long story short, she had been feeding him. He was 300 pounds. She had been feeding him protein shakes back when she was trying to lose weight. She was drinking those shakes herself. He went from 300 pounds down to 113 pounds. The school noticed changes in his weight when he was about 143. They started monitoring him, and he got down to 113. The CPS was called, the cops were called, and she did go to jail for it. I don't know if she's finished her probation at this point in time right now, but no, she does not have him anymore. He is in a home, thank God.
on a man or a woman, they don't give a fuck. If that ass is shapely, like a bubble, that sticks out, they get excited. And they think, oh wow, want to stick my dick in that. I know it got a hole between those cheeks. I want to put my dick in that hole. And that's all they're thinking about. They're not thinking about the E. coli. They're not thinking about urinary tract infections. They're not thinking about shutdown of the kidneys. They're not thinking about that. They just want to get that nut. Now, let's talk about something else that's going to fuck you all the way up. And this is going to scare you. And
thanks for the update, Phil. Yeah, I feel sorry for him and her, the son, but both of them are out of her clutches. Her other son, well, a couple years ago, we all found him on YouTube because she said he was dead, and he's not. Hey, Cinnabunny, happy Thanksgiving to you too. But hopefully they're both in a better place and doing well.
I wanted to scare you because, should I talk about it? Because I might speak it into existence. This is what these male creatures are going to do. They are going to start raping people in the ass. I said what I said. They're not going to go for the pussy no more. Nope, nigga, no. And I bet you that, the powers that be, the they know about this shit. I bet you the amount of anal rapes are increasing. How much you want to bet some of these men that are rapists, they want the booty hole now. They're not going to rape you in your pussy no more. They're going to start raping you in your ass. So everybody should be scared. And here's another bomb I'm about to drop. That knockout game shit, that came from prison. That's how they got the booty in prison. They would knock you the fuck out, put a cover over your head, and fuck you in your ass. And there'll be a bunch of them surrounding you, taking turns. That's how they get down to jail. But that shit, see, whatever's done in prison hits the streets eventually. So they started doing that knockout game back in 2014. Yes, ma'am. So all of you male creatures that are straight, you in trouble too. Because they gonna knock you the fuck out and rape you in your booty hole. That's gonna start becoming popular. Drag you behind a building, ain't nobody looking, and a bunch of pumps. So if you see a bunch of men, get the fuck out the way. If it's two or more, cross the street, even if you're a man. Because like I said, these are the last days as Satan is roaming like a lion looking to devour your fucking ass. They gonna start raping men. You gonna start seeing shit you never seen before. And let me tell you why they gonna start raping the men. Because men don't tell. Men don't report. And they don't want you to know who knocked you. That's why they knock you out before you get a good chance to look at who knocked you out. You're not going to remember the details or nothing. They just going to knock you out and rape you and take your booty hole. And you're going to wake up with semen and blood coming out your behind.
Woo.
You're not going to know what the fuck happened to you. Imagine that. As a man, you walking down the street minding your business. You get knocked the fuck out. You wake up behind a building somewhere with your pants down. Your behind is on fire. It hurts. And you wipe yourself with your hand and you see cum. So all of you men thinking that rape is a woman's problem, and you thinking that, oh, I don't gotta worry about that, I'm a man. Yes, you do, bitch. These men are off the chain. And they into anal now, so you on the menu, sweetheart. So this is your problem too. Or you straight men. And they love straight men, honey. They love taking your anal virginity from a straight man. Oh yeah. So they get more pleasure from knocking you the fuck out and raping you than they would a woman. So what's done in prison has reached the streets, sweetheart. It was only a matter of time before this anal thing became popular. It was only a matter of time. And we don't know how many men have already, I mean, back in 2014, 2015, when they was doing that knockout shit and it reached the news, we don't know how many men got raped.
You said she probably needs to see somebody for some mental help. That was part of her probation, which she graduated from. During that time, she looked a little better. I'm just gonna say she's probably off those meds now. But two times I know of, she was seeing, professional help. She faked the funk, graduated, and now she's back on her psychosis. This is just who she is. She thinks she's mentally well, and she's not.
Doing that shit, or senior citizens, or children raped in their ass during that time period. Because it was a fad back then. It was popular back then.
And while we're on the subject of, you know, messing with children, she's now 50 years old. And I would say she was probably 48 when she said that the lowest age that she would go is 14. Yes. Because when she was 14, she was dealing with a 27-year-old. And to her at 14, you're an adult doing adult things, so it's okay as long as you're 14 or above. And if she was a college professor and you wanted a good grade, you would have to perform some kind of sexual act on her for a better grade. Yes, yes, yes. This woman right here on the screen said that shit. She deletes a lot of her videos, but I have that. You want to go through and listen to some of her shit? I got a playlist, Crystal Swirlz. It's there.
Damn. Now look at what such a lover girl said. Even though she's young, she be dropping gems. She said, anal grape must be extremely painful. Even more than coochie grape. That's why they gotta knock you the fuck out. Why you think they do the knockout game, sweetheart?
So you don't fight back?
You think it feels good getting fucked in your ass for the first time? They know that shit is gonna hurt. They know you're gonna fight like a tiger and you're a man or a woman, it doesn't matter. But they know you're gonna fight like a tiger. They gotta knock you out to take that shit. And think about all these male creatures that got HIV. Imagine getting raped in your ass.
So she's just as sick as the people she talks about. Exactly. 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 Somebody messed with her at a young age besides that 24-year-old. Somebody messed with her. I mean, she's a former stripper on top of it. She calls herself a stripper. She couldn't get on the pole, so you ain't no stripper to me. You just taking off your clothes for a few dollars. Matter of fact, I remember on one of her live streams, she danced for 2 hours for a guy. And in the end, I think she got $20. 2 hours of dancing, and you got $20. Girl. Oh, I'm quite familiar with her. She's part of the divestment crowd. Oh, she ain't that either. She ain't that either. She's not divested. She's not 4B. She's not D male centered. None of those. None of those. She is here to tell women to stay away from men. They kill, they do this, they're bad, blah, blah, blah. And then a couple months later, we hear a story about how she was with one. How he was the one. She thought he was going to be Mr. Right. and then they ghost her, and we hear live streams about it over and over and over and over again. Now this one is it's full of information, but most of her live streams, you can tell the stories that she tells. Somebody then did something wrong, and we just have to sit, listen, and figure out who and what they did.
By somebody that got HIV. Oh my dear, just listen. We in trouble, y'all. Men and women. Imagine that. And I already told you about the 200,000. I didn't say 2,000. I said 200,000 new HIV cases this year in 2025 in Houston. Imagine getting raped by one of those 200,000 people. Okay, you wake up with your pants down, you got sperm flowing out your behind and blood, so you realize, oh God, what happened to me? You realize it's rape. Your pants are down. You smell it. It smells like bleach. It smells.
Oh my goodness. At some point, she started talking about another guy she met. Like I said, I just kind of, skimmed through the live stream a little bit. But there's another story of some other guy that she was talking about. I didn't listen to it all, but eventually, hopefully soon, we'll get to that.
Smells like bleach. That's what cum smells like. So you kind of figure out I got raped in my ass because your ass is hurting. Okay. But the thing that you don't know that's going to fuck with your mind and that you don't want to think about, was this person HIV positive? What if the person had a disease like gonorrhea or chlamydia or herpes? You don't even want to know. You don't even want to go to the doctor to find out. You're too scared.
You better go.
Now imagine getting sick. All the symptoms that people with HIV catch. You got them goddamn symptoms. This is a can of worms that we not prepared to deal with, sweetheart. Men and women, and all you men that think I'm a man, nothing's gonna happen to me. Don't be so fucking secure, sweetheart. These men are on.
Hey, Juanita, long time no see. Said, what did I walk into? Crystal is talking about, men, of course. Basically, she's talking about down low men and straight men are doing down low men activities and just telling the results of that kind of activity. And of course, Crystal being very descriptive about it. She earlier told about her story of the guy she was with, urinary tract infection because he went from her butt to her coochie and blah blah blah. She's yeah. Every now and then through the live stream, she's gonna give a story or two. We've already heard one. I'm trying to get to the other one.
Some bullshit. Have you ever watched gay porn? Have you ever really watched that shit? Like, they are heavy on pedophilia and they are heavy on rape. Grape. I'm sorry, I can't say the R word. Grape.
It's too late. You've been saying it.
Okay, that's what they into. They love the grape scenario. I watch gay porn.
We know.
Where they got a lot of prison scenes.
We know.
Okay, they got a lot of daddy son type shit going on. All right, so the fantasy of these male creatures is scary, sweetheart. So those women who have marriages and, oh, he's better off with his father. I can't raise no man. Let him go with his father. These men are on the down low now. They watching porn, daddy son porn. And you want this nigga to get custody of your son.
The only reason why you didn't give custody of your son to his father, may he rest in peace, because he unallowed himself to get away from you, is because, ooh, girl, stop acting like you care. Stop acting like you care about children.
Nobody is safe right now.
Around you,
I'm the only YouTuber calling out the nastiness,
doing the
the
nastiness.
mentality of some of these men. The straight men are watching the gay porn. The straight men are watching tranny porn. They get turned on by it. So even if they not fucking another man, they closing that bathroom door and they jerking off to it.
But you watching it
And
so
that's
much.
why you getting all these goddamn requests to get fucked in your ass.
Yes, Phantom.
If you are a girlfriend or a wife.
As much as she watches, you cannot not be into that stuff and watch it as much as she does. You have to be into that shit. You have to be.
They watching it.
Thanks for the like.
Now look at this bullshit. Celeste T. Deans said the above was in Albuquerque. There's a different strain of HIV that would kill you in 6 weeks. Now let me break that shit down. That strain, I know what you're talking about because I saw that right before I moved from Brooklyn. There's a strain of HIV. The man made the news. He died in a few weeks. Yep, and everybody was shook. It made it to the news. But here's the thing. When these motherfuckers don't take their medication, they skip days. They skip weeks without taking their medication. That's a window period for the virus to get smart and replicate itself. And what happens when that happens, you get a more resistant strain of HIV. That's how you get that. Okay? The virus becomes smart. So now the person that skipped their medication, they got to go to the doctor and they got to tell the doctor with their head down, with that little look, because they have to change their medication. The medication is no longer good because the virus is not going to do nothing to the virus. So they're forced to tell their doctor what they did. They skipped doses. So what happened, the doctor got to change their medication now. So my thing is this. With all of this in mind, okay, how many people do that shit? Skip their medication. And we know how male creatures are. They're irresponsible.
What the hell is that?
Witchy drink, hibiscus. They're irresponsible. They skip doses. And there are several strains of HIV. It's not just one HIV. This, by now, with these lazy motherfuckers skipping doses of medication, it's probably dozens and dozens of strains of HIV now. Yep. And girl, this shit is, I got no words.
Guessing or you know? Because you said probably, so.
Now, the fact that, now look at what Miss Ari, Such a Lover Girl said. Maybe it's a blessing that the men in my city have not chose me. My city has a high amount of HIV cases too. Yep.
He said she likes this kind of stuff and she wants other women to say they like it too. Mm-hmm. Exactly. She loves this shit.
And the women that are HIV positive, this is what they're doing. They're not going to tell the motherfucker that they got HIV. They're not going to tell him, put a condom on, I'm HIV positive. They're going to sit there with a smirk on their face, looking at this dummy whip out his dick. And they like, look at this piece of shit. I'm going to give him the monster. He don't want to wear a condom, whatever.
She's like, I know because I've been through every disgusting scene in this movie twice. Yeah.
Happens to him. That's how they thinking. And like I said, these people that got that shit, they are spiteful, they're mad, and they don't want to use protection. They saying, I'm already fucked. I already got the monster. I don't care about my life no more. Whoever gets it, gets it. That's the attitude that they develop when they catch that shit. That's why 4B is so important. We're not telling you to do 4B because we don't want you to have fun or we don't want. But how much fun can you have the whole time you fucking and sucking in the back of your mind? You thinking, oh my God, I hope this motherfucker don't got nothing. How fun is that? You can't relax. You can't enjoy the sex anyway because you stressed out wondering, damn, does this motherfucker got something? You can't relax. So you might as well go 4B. You might as well.
Or you can say, let's go get tested. And if they refuse, then you tell them to kick rocks. But again, you don't know how to demand shit from men. You don't know how to ask for money. You don't know how to tell them no when you don't want to do something like put in the ass or your mouth or whatever. You don't know how to say no. So you just run on fear and try and make other women fearful rather than careful.
Single and celibate, play with your coochie, get the rolls, buzz it on your clitoris, suck your own titties, masturbate. You might as well. Because you can't relax these days having sex. And then if you are in a relationship, you are in love, you got to worry about, oh God, I hope this motherfucker's not stupid and fucks my life up. I hope this motherfucker's not going to bring me some shit. You can't relax. That's the shit that gets me about the thing. I don't understand why people are so hot in the ass.
This right here from a woman who was recently with, I think we call him the postman, the one who took her to Applebee's, the place she would never go to. She couldn't show his face on camera at her birthday dinner because why? Because she the side chick, because he has a baby mama that he deals with. And here she talking about what she's saying right now. You're part of the problem. You're fucking around with somebody else's man.
When you can't really relax. In the back of your mind, you got to be stressed the fuck out wondering, oh my God.
Thanks for the like.
What type of history does this person have? And you're not just fucking that person. You fucking the person that they fuck, the person that they fuck, the person that they fuck.
Just like I just said. You the side chick.
It's like a long chain reaction. So when you fuck one person, you really fucking thousands of people. Thousands. So start to think differently, sweetheart. Take the shit seriously. I bet you any amount of money, all those new HIV cases, they wish they would have been 4B, single and celibate. Imagine being on medication for the rest of your life. And then not only that, you saw how they cut food stamps. You saw how they took away the Section 8. You don't think the gubba, you know who, knows that without that medication, you're a dead man. And what are they trying to do now? They try to practice population control. Duh. So everybody with the monster is thinking the same thing. Oh my God. If the gubba, you know who, stops giving out that medication, boom. That's 200,000 people right there. Dead. In 2 years, because they're going to get full-blown AIDS and they're going to die. You don't think they thinking like that? The gubba, you know who? And what you going to do? Cry? Scream? Bang on their door? Oh, you got to give me the medication. You got to get... They know that's the only thing keeping your ass alive. So all the people that got caught with their pants down that are now HIV positive, good luck, sweetheart, with this gubba, you know who. If they don't give a fuck if you starve and they cut the food stamps, what makes you think they give a fuck if you live? Remember, this is the New World Order. Population control. They keeping track of everybody. Oh, Houston got 200,000 new cases in 1 year alone. Ooh, Atlanta got 18,000 new HIV cases in 8 months. Ooh, that's generation. If they cut the medication, and the medication trucks stop coming in, sweetheart. You know what I mean? All them people are dead. Within 2 years, all of those people are going to be dead from full-blown AIDS. Facts. They wait until there's enough people. They letting you have your fun. Ass fucking. Oh, it's so fun, right? Okay. Passing out HIV like candy. They watching. The CDC is keeping track of all you motherfuckers. And when they get enough cases,
you're right, Phantom.
Them trucks, they gonna jump up there with their spokesperson. We're sorry to inform you, but the supply does not equal the demand. We don't have enough medication. And what you gonna do? Cry? You're gonna look at the news like, oh shit. What did this motherfucker just say? What? He just told you they ran out of medication. They don't have enough. And it won't be shit you can do. Won't be, and if that happens, you're gonna, oh my God, whoever got HIV medication laying around, they gonna be breaking into people's houses, looking in people's cabinets to see who got the HIV medication so they could stay alive. They will kill you over that. That's what it's gonna turn to. I saw a movie like that. I don't know if you guys know which movie I'm talking about, but it was on Tubi. The shit was fire. And there was a virus that killed you, and the only way that you could stay alive is if you had you had the medication. And they wasn't giving out the medication no more, and whoever had access to whatever medication that was left, whether it was in a house or whether it was in a laboratory, they killed you for that shit. Yeah, there was a movie like that. I don't know if you could put the name of the movie in the chat, I would appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, the movie was good. I couldn't, and I said, damn, this shit, what if this shit was like AIDS?
I want to know.
What if they do this shit with AIDS? That would be, listen, and all those people that work for the government, you know who, what they would do? They would say, they would make money off that shit. They'd be like, oh, I got the meds. And the people with the HIV would go, oh my God, my cousin works for the CDC. My cousin got some of the medication. Yup. And they would be charging mucho dollars for that medication. Oh, they getting it free now. They getting Medicaid. They got their Medicare. But let the motherfucking CDC motherfucker jump on TV talking about they ain't got no more medication. Whoever got that medication is going to be rich. They're going to be charging. Yes, because without the medication, you get full-blown AIDS.
But if the person already has the medication, that would mean they need it. So I don't know. I mean, unless they have a death wish, then they would go ahead and sell it to a highest bidder. But if they already got it, that means they need it themselves.
The fuck? You motherfuckers, listen, all you people, Generation X, y'all are young. I'm 50 years old. I don't look it, but yes, I'm 50 years old, and I was around when people had full-blown AIDS. Do you know how you look when you have full-blown AIDS, sweetheart? You look like a skeleton. You get this shit called Kaposi sarcoma, which is cancer. It's like cancerous lesions all over your body. Okay? You look horrible, sweetheart. And towards the end, when the HIV hits your brain, you talk gibberish like a baby. You become senile. You lay in the bed with a diaper, you look like a skeleton, and you got patches of lesions, cancerous lesions all over your body. I was 10 years old back in 85 when Rock Hudson died from that shit. There was an actor called Rock Hudson back in 1985. He was a very popular Hollywood actor, handsome. And he was living a gay lifestyle, and he died. He caught HIV and he died. And they said towards the end, he became senile. He was like a skeleton. He had to wear Pampers. Yup. And he lost his ability to even talk or think. Because the AIDS hit his brain. It's like dementia. Girl, yeah. What? Why? The question is, why would you want to put yourself in a position to risk it at a time like this when these men are running amok like Sodom and Gomorrah? Like they on fire, like Sodom and Gomorrah. When those men went through the city banging on the doors, and the old man behind the door said, "Please, I'll give you one of my daughters. Please don't break into my house." And they said, "No, we don't want your daughters. We want booty. We want to fuck We want to fuck the handsome men that you got in your house." And the man was like, "Please, no, I'll give you my daughters. Some of them are virgins. Please, no." They were trying to break into niggas' houses to get booty. These men were on fire with lust. With lust. Unbelievable. Now, Celeste D said, the guy that was trying to ask me to marry him, last time his skin was gray, his body shrunk up. He was the most handsome man when I first met him. We need to bring that whole thing back. When I was a kid back in junior high school, back in 88, 87, and me and my friend used to sneak into the library, and we used to look at pictures of STDs. They had a big encyclopedia, because we was curious about sex. But my friend used to scare me, and she used to go, "Oh, if you're gonna get the cooties, you're gonna get pimples all over your thing if you have sex." And I'm like, "No, I'm not." And she's like, "Yes, you are. Let's go to the library. I'll show you." And we went to the library, and my eyes got real big. I saw herpes sores. I saw chlamydia. I saw gonorrhea. I saw the side effects. I said, "Oh, my girl," I was traumatized.
But you were still with that 24-year-old.
We need to bring that type of energy back. Because some of you motherfuckers are not scared. Some of y'all are not scared to catch your HIV. So you thinking, "Oh, I'll just get the medication, I'll be fine." Do you know the side effects of the HIV medication? Do you? Because when I was living in, I already told this story, and I'm going to tell it again. When I was living in Brooklyn, my son's father did his homework out of curiosity. And he said, "Yo, do you know the side effects of the HIV medication is osteoporosis, brittle bones, so brittle that if you fall or trip, a simple fall, you're going to break your leg. You're going to break your ankle just from falling on the ground. A simple fall where the average person just gets up like nothing. It makes your bones so thin and weak and brittle that you got." And we started, and the people that take the medication and they got the HIV, they wear casts on their leg. They walk around with canes. And my baby father said, "Stay woke." We used to go outside and go on walks and play a little game, counting the amount of people that we saw in Bedford-Stuyvesant. I'm calling it out. Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, that had canes and them goddamn foot casts. I remember, and we started freaking out. And he looked at me when we got home. He said, "Bitch, I will kill you if you ever cheat on me." And I started laughing. I was like, oh, we was both shook to death. Because I'm like, damn, we walked 3 blocks. he count 3 people. Young people with canes and them goddamn.
He told you, bitch, if you ever cheat on me, I'll kill you. Because y'all watching people walking with canes. I think he's probably said that to you under other circumstances as well. Yeah, because you don't know how to say no. He probably asked to be, take get. You don't know how to say no. All this stuff you're talking about, you've probably done.
We going to Broadway, the train station. All around us is motherfuckers with canes and goddamn casts on their foot. We were so traumatized by the time we got home. He looked at me and said, bitch, I will kill you if you ever cheat on me. And I laughed at him. I said, motherfucker, I'll kill you. And we just started tickling each other and laughing. But we did that out of fear. We both were scared. We were scared. We couldn't believe. And until he put me on and went like this, yo, pay attention.
The B word is probably something he uses on a regular basis like it was her second name. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm saying. Yes.
Then when I started going outside, I saw cane after cane. I like, everybody broke their foot. Everybody had an accident. And I said, all these people are HIV positive. And the people with the monster, they know each other. It's like they on code. They give each other a look. I got the cane. You wearing crutches. You got a brace on your foot. They look at each other like, yeah, we got the monster. And they quiet. They don't say nothing to the motherfuckers that don't have it. And they'll tell you, oh, I just hurt myself. Oh, I got into an accident. Mm-hmm. But they know. And I wasn't woke until he told me. Because I never really noticed. I used to just go outside, go to the store, go about my business. I didn't notice until he told me. And then I started paying attention and I said, damn, our neighborhood is on fire with the monster. And check this shit out. Back in the day, like the early 2000s, word got back to me, yo, the A-line in New York City that goes into Far Rockaway, Queens, don't fuck nobody in Far Rock. They got the monster. And I went to Far Rockaway High School back in 89, 90, 91. I have a friend, I can't say her name because it's YouTube, but I had a friend whose both her parents died from AIDS. And let me explain about Far Rockaway. It's closed off. There's only one way in and one way out, and that's on that goddamn A train. Everybody's fucking everybody. There's nothing but projects out there. I don't know what it looks like now, but back then it was nothing but projects out there. So it makes perfect sense. Everybody's fucking everybody in a closed off area.
Hello, Cherry.
A lot of those people died. And that was back in the early 90s. Crazy. Far Rockaway, and if you from Far Rockaway, Queens, and I went to Far Rockaway High School, and somebody put it in my ear by the year 2000, it hit me. They said, don't fuck nobody from Far Rock. Because by the time it hit the year 2000, niggas was like, yo, mad people is dying in Far Rockaway from the monster. And back then, the medication wasn't like it is now. So a lot of motherfuckers was dying. A lot of kids ended up in foster care because their moms died from HIV. Yeah. Yes. And Far Rockaway is nothing but poor people out there. Projects. I don't even see how somebody could be a 304 at a time like this. Single and celibate should be a lifestyle. It shouldn't be a fad. Now, the fact that they cut the goddamn Section 8 and they cut the food stamps. They basically telling you, we don't really like you motherfuckers. We want to get rid of you. We got too much excess baggage in the form of human beings. We need to
are back.
cut the population down. So if they don't want you to eat, baby, they don't want you to live. They telling you in a nice way. So while you are still negative, all right, while you still are disease free, stop the bullshit. Stop acting like you gonna die if you don't have sex. No, you gonna die if you have sex. Let that sink in. That was a aha moment. You're not gonna die if you don't have sex. You're gonna die if you have sex. Don't you like yourself? Don't you like your health? I used to put myself down a lot because I'm a big girl. I'm over 300 pounds. I used to put...
Wait a minute. You're over 300 pounds still, Crystal? After weight loss plan number 1025, you're still over 300 pounds. Thanks for the update.
But I can't imagine the blessing in disguise. I'm not going to put myself down no more because those people with HIV, full-blown AIDS, I'm not going to say HIV, full-blown AIDS, they wish they could be 300 pounds. Imagine going from 300 and you start losing weight. You start getting real skinny. They're like, oh shit, what the fuck happened to you? You used to be 300 pounds. Like, yo, what happened? You like $120. And you go from being $120 to being 100 pounds, laying up in bed with a pamper on, shitting on yourself. Because when they get HIV, they get diarrhea a lot.
You didn't think about that when you were starving your child when he was 300 and went down to 113 before your ass got sent to jail. You didn't think about when you were starving your child.
So imagine living like that. How do you explain that type of retardedness? Oh, I got HIV because I couldn't keep my legs closed. What? You need your ass beat.
You need yours beat.
And I already told you bitches, y'all are not going to come from dick. Dick does nothing to a clitoris. Nothing. Most of these women in relationships and marriages, they faking it. I said, and they laughing right now. I got somebody laughing right now, watching this video like, shut up, Crystal. Yeah, I'm telling the truth. Dick don't make us come.
He went down to 113 when she was arrested, Juanita. He was 300 pounds, went down to 113 by the time she was arrested because those stupid ass protein shakes that she was taking for her diet, that's all she was feeding him. The school started noticing him, the weight loss at 143, started monitoring him. 113, they called CPS. CPS called the cops, and she went to the jailhouse.
So I don't know what the fuck y'all act like y'all are so pressed to have sex at a time like this. Y'all better watch yourself. Because, like I said, the gubba, you know who, they cutting shit. That medication is next. Share this motherfucking video and wake motherfuckers up and let them know Section 8, food stamps. The next thing they gonna cut is that motherfucking medication.
I'm glad
you can say you heard it from a witch. You heard it from a prophet that's connected to the divine.
You are not.
It might take a few years. They're gonna catch you with your pants down. They're gonna let you get nice and comfortable. They're gonna let a few million more people catch the monster, and then they just gonna cut the fucking medication. They ain't gonna cut it right now. It might be 2030, 2032, but they gonna cut that shit. They just waiting for the numbers to go up. And if 200,000 motherfuckers in 1 year in Houston, that's only one part of Texas. 200,000 people caught it. Oh, baby. They waiting. They saying, we getting these type of numbers? When do you think we should cut the medication, Bob? Let's wait till 2031. We'll cut it. There'll be a few more million people with the monster. That's a good idea. Yeah, we need more. There's not enough yet. Yeah, we'll let them get nice and comfortable. What are they doing now, Bob? They're running around, this anal thing. Oh, that sounds like automatic. Like they're doing the dirty work for us. We don't have to give them the jab anymore. No, we'll just let them fuck each other up the ass. Okay, and a lot of them got the monster, and they're going to give the ones who don't have the monster. So we don't got to do nothing but sit back and watch these motherfuckers kill themselves. Now notice that the dating sites are struggling. Women got off them goddamn dating sites. And I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of those people that are HIV positive, or they got herpes, or they got some shit, they up on them dating sites trying to pass out their disease. Yeah. A lot of motherfuckers with diseases are on the dating sites.
You said she does know you can catch HIV through other practices, doesn't she? I'm sure she does, but this is the more graphic way, and that's how she likes to do her live streams. She likes to tell the worst of the worst.
Where do you think they go, sweetheart? Lay low. Shut down the pussy factory. Because these men don't want pussy no more. They want your asshole. Now, if that's not proof that we're living in the times of Sodom and Gomorrah, I don't know what more to tell you. I'm doing the best I can. I'm putting my life on the line.
How?
By doing this video. What I'm doing is very dangerous, sweetheart. Because the GOV people, they don't want me to tell you this type of shit. They want to keep you ignorant, make you feel like you're missing out on something. They want you to open up your legs or your butthole, get the monster. There's less people for them. And these men,
She loves to say how she's risking her life to save people. You can get this information on Google.
these male creatures, they running around, they acting like that shit ain't out there. That's the part that kills me. You motherfuckers want to be into anal sex at a time like this? Gotta be out your fucking mind. And we all watch YouTube. We all watch Facebook. We are aware of, 200,000 new HIV cases, 18,000 in Atlanta in the last 8 months. We're aware. And these motherfuckers don't give up. They still want to fuck up the ass. That's why I said, just leave them alone. You're not missing nothing. You're not missing nothing, sweetheart. And I feel sorry for you if you're in a relationship and you are sleeping with a man right now. Because you really don't know what this dummy is doing.
But I will sleep with a man who has a baby's mama, but I can't show you his face. That's what you're doing.
Men are not that smart. They're not as careful as women. Because every time they fuck, they bust a nut. So he thinking about his dick. You don't bust a nut every time you fuck. So you cautious. You not missing nothing. You like, I can do without it. I'll be fine. But a man don't. They need that nut. And they like variety. And now they are bored with the porn. Porn is boring to them now. That's the scary part. It's not enough to just watch that nasty shit and jerk off. No, they want to go out there and find a tranny, find a gay guy, or a woman that agrees to get fucked up her ass. And anal sex is the easiest way to pass HIV. Any doctor will tell you that. I'm going to read your comment. Miss Airy, such a lover girl, said, I don't know how anybody could be turned on by that. It looked like it was 16 inches or something. Like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. They like them big, baby. And they take that big old thing and they go up in another man's behind with that. And stretch it out.
16 inches?
Because those faggots, I hate to use the word faggots, but the gay men, the homos, the trannies, they like big dicks, sweetheart. And they behind is all stretched. A lot of them shit on themselves. That's not what they share it amongst themselves, but they don't want the straight people to know their dirty secret, that they shit on themselves and that they can no longer hold their doo-doo because they stretched out the rectal muscle. And once it's stretched out, it does not snap back like a vagina. So they stuck for the rest of their life shitting on themselves. Remember I taught you about that term they use in jail? Fresh meat. What do you think that means?
Did you learn that in jail?
Fresh meat basically means they know that some of the men that's coming off that bus never had their booty busted open.
16 inches. I wouldn't
That
have to go
shit
to the
is tight.
hospital. I know that's right.
And if I fuck this nigga, he not gonna shit on me. Fresh meat.
Thanks for the light.
Fresh meat, baby. Now, she's every such a lover girl said, and it was abnormally thick too. I don't know how that woman was able to take it in her cat or even want to put that in her cat. Let me tell you something. Like I said, stop comparing the vagina to the anus. These women that are married, that are in relationships, they take big dicks all the time. Their husband got a big dick. The vagina snaps back. The vagina could push out a baby that weighs 9, 10, 11 pounds and snap right back like a rubber band. That's why when these women come home from delivering a 9-pound baby, the husband be trying to fuck them. The doctor's like, damn, wait till she hits her 6-week checkup. Calm down. And they want to get back up in there because it snaps right back. Like nothing ever happened. Women are amazing. But an asshole, nah. Mm-mm. Once you bust that shit open with a big dick, it's over. That's a few times you're going to start shitting on yourself. Yes, ma'am. And I would be curious to know how many women are walking around with diapers. They got to wear Depends. Because I'm starting to notice there's a lot of Depends commercials on lately. Have you noticed that? They are, the adult diapers. Business picked up for that shit. I'm like, oh, business is picking up for the Depends company. Depends? Yep, I noticed that. Have you noticed that they promoting the Depends adult diapers on television lately? I noticed that. I never hardly used to see that commercial. Ever. And lately, they promoting it like crazy because people are buying it. People are, a lot of these women, and it's not, I'm not only getting on the gay men. A lot of women are being people pleasers, and they getting fucked up their ass, and they shitting on themselves while they're at work. Imagine imagine having a doodle stain on the back of your skirt. Imagine that. On a hot, sunny day. And you know when it's hot, the smell of doo-doo is stronger. Now imagine you shit on yourself. You standing at the bus stop and it just comes out of nowhere. You ain't got no extra set of panties. There's no bathroom nearby. And you got shit all in your panties. And if that motherfucker, you know some of that fecal matter, because you stuck, that fecal matter is going to get inside of your vagina and give you a what? Urinary tract infection. Now, if your booty hole is stretched out, it lost its elasticity, you're going to have recurring urinary tract infections because your asshole is permanently stretched out for the rest of your life. So you're always going to have a urinary tract infection.
You said, is she speaking from experience? She did tell a story again of that one guy who supposedly, accidentally stuck it in her. They went to the doctor and they both ended up having urinary tract infections. She already told that story earlier in this live stream.
Now and then, if you shit on yourself, and you will shit on yourself. Now, do you know what will happen to your kidneys being under this type of attack and stress constantly?
Okay, she's starting to repeat herself.
You're eventually going to get kidney failure. It's only a matter of time before your kidneys give out because it's too much work. You're overworking your kidneys. Urinary tract infection after urinary tract infection after urinary tract infection. All because you let some nigga fuck you in your ass. Because you were in love and you don't want him to cheat and you wanna please your partner. Fuck that. You got a stretched out rectum for the rest of your life. You gotta wear Depends diapers for the rest of your life. You don't know if you're gonna be with this nigga for the rest of your life. 9 out of 10 times, even if you're deeply in love, eventually you're gonna break up. And you're gonna be the one stuck with that stretched out rectum, shitting on yourself. And you only in your 30s. You look like a fucking fool. You look like a goddamn fool. It's just a relationship, sweetheart. I don't give a fuck if it's a marriage. That's not even guaranteed. What is the divorce rate in this country? Over 50%? You letting this motherfucker stretch out the thing that's supposed to hold your doo-doo. You know how toxic? You ever went to the bathroom after somebody that took a shit and how terrible it smells? And you like, oh my God. They open up the door and the odor hits you right away. You're like, damn, spray that shit. That's going in your pussy. That's going in your bloodstream. Your kidneys got to deal with that nasty shit on a constant basis. This is why women don't want to be bothered with men right now. Because they nasty. All of them are into this nasty ass anal shit. It's like a demon took over. Satan gave orders to his fallen angels because he knows the different side effects of getting fucked in your ass. Because even the straight women are suffering with this anal thing right now because this is what the men are requesting. And if you are married or in a relationship and you tell your husband or your boyfriend, oh my God, I was at work today and I shitted on myself. He gonna give you a little nervous laugh and be like, oh my God, that's horrible. Maybe you got diarrhea. And he He gonna play that shit off. He know exactly why you shitted on yourself. Anal prolapse. He said, damn, it's time to leave this bitch. I'm not gonna enjoy the anal sex no more. Cause every time I fuck this bitch in her ass, she's shitting on me. And he gonna tell you, don't eat nothing, baby. So you can't eat nothing. You made a delicious dinner that you can't eat. Cause he's giving you a seductive look, like, ooh, we're gonna take it to the bedroom. I'm feeling horny. And you rolling your eyes like, oh God, here we go. He gonna ask for some ass.
And
You're
you
not gonna come
no.
for that shit. But you play it up and smile at him because you're a people pleaser. But in the back of your mind, you're like, oh my God.
She is a people pleaser. I would not be surprised if some of this right here is something that she went through. Because she don't know how to say no. Like she said, you smile and pretend. Because she don't know how to say no. I believe she's gone through this more than just that one story she gave us. That he, put it in and she jumped back. I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
He's like, honey, did you eat anything yet? You're like, yeah, I'm really hungry. I just got home from work. But babe, come on, I want to do that thing, the thing I like to do, the anal, yeah. So
Hell
you can eat
no.
after we fuck, okay?
Hell
so
no.
You watching this motherfucker pig out. You just came home from work. You are starving. And this motherfucker wants you to sit there and watch him eat. And you got to wait till after he fucks you in your ass to get something to eat. So you won't shit on him. Because he knows he already stretched the booty hole out. This is the type of lifestyle that women all over the United States and possibly the world are going through right now. They're in relationships living this type of lifestyle.
Act like it's an anti-drug PSA and just
you can't
say no.
eat it certain times. Because he wants anal sex. And he don't want you to shit on him. Gay men know exactly what I'm talking about. Trannies know what I'm talking about. And so do them goddamn DL men. But you women, you're in the dark about this whole lifestyle. And I'm letting you know, if you're dealing with men and you're actively dating, you're going to get requests to get fucked in your ass in 2025.
Never.
That's just the way it is, sweetheart. And anybody that calls me a liar, I'm telling. Because every girl in the chat probably had a motherfucker hit them up. Can I put it in your ass? Come on, let's not play games, sweetheart. I'm not the one to play games with.
But you're not telling these women to say no and stand up for themselves. But why would you? Because you can't do it. Oh, you gotta sit there and watch him eat and you're starving because you know he's gonna ask. Well, you know what? Don't be with that guy. Or better yet, eat before you get home. Shit on him and he will ask you again. Eat before you get home.
I'm here to enlighten you and make you aware of what is going on. I'm telling you the risks. I'm telling you the monster is out there waiting to get you. That's what we called it back in the day. You see, I'm 50 years old, sweetheart. I'm not some little 30-something-year-old girl jumping up on YouTube and I only got a little bit of experience. I'm an old-ass bitch. And I can tell you how back in the fucking day, we called it the monster. You motherfuckers are not scared. That's what the problem is. You thinking that you gonna take some motherfucking pill and everything's gonna be all right. You not woke. Your third eye is not open. I already know. They gonna cut them goddamn medications. Like they cut the Section 8. Like they cut the food stamps. Wake the fuck up before it's too late. You're not gonna come from getting fucked in your ass. You're not gonna come from getting fucked in your pussy. Because dick does nothing to a clit. It rhymes. Dick does nothing to a clit. Make it your mantra. Learn to masturbate. Play with your pussy. Because now is not the time to be out there, sweetheart. The boogeyman is out there. All right?
And I would say I'll give it another month or two and she'll have a new boogeyman in her life. Meanwhile, y'all stay away.
The boogeyman is out there. And I'm gonna tell you exactly how bitches my size, plus size girls, got popular. I'm gonna tell you in the black community. I can't speak for the white community, but in the black community, we became popular because of the monster. All you skinny girls, they stay the fuck away from you, sweetheart. And that's the truth. You wasn't around back in the 80s and the 90s when these dudes had an uncle, had a father, a mother that died from HIV. You wasn't around back in the days. I'm 50 years old. I was a teenager back then. And what the men were doing, fucking with the big girl. Oh, that one big. She thick. She ain't got that shit. I'ma fuck with her. She ain't got nothing. Mm-hmm. And they started fucking the fat bitches and the big girls. Yes, ma'am. So all you skinny girls, they did the moonwalk. They stayed, and this is how they traumatize you. If you was a skinny girl, they be whispering, yo, she got the monster. She's skinny. Yes. Ask any old bitch in their late 40s all the way to their 60s. They will tell you that's what was going on back then. They'd be like, If you was a skinny girl, that's what they was talking about with you. They'd be like, oh, she got age. She probably got the monster. Yo, she's so, and that's where that whole shit started with black.
I don't know. I'm 53, but I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'm from a military family. I don't know.
People we were traumatized by the AIDS virus. We had never seen anything like this before. So, if you was too skinny, they would get on you. They'd be like, baby, put some meat on your bones. You're too skinny. Because they want people talking about you, saying that you got the monster. Yes, that's how it was.
Oh, is that why?
And it's not only that. One of the side effects of the AIDS virus is you get real skinny. You lose mad weight. How you got bitches that were 200 pounds and they get full-blown AIDS and they turn, this bitch is 110 pounds coming out the house looking crazy.
There's a difference between a skinny girl and someone with AIDS, Crystal. Just because you're skinny back then, like myself, does not mean that you had AIDS.
From 200 to 110? And they're like, yo, who the fuck is that? Yo, she looked like Shaniqua. That is Shaniqua, bro. Yo, say word. Word, bro. Yo, she like a buck 10. She looked like a skeleton, bro. Yo, she got the monster, bro. Oh, that's why she looked like that. Yeah, bro. Yeah, she got that shit, bro. That's how it was back in the day. Yep.
Must be a New York thing.
Now, a Reed Such a Lover girl said, I heard that women can come if a dick rubs the clit when pleasing a woman. Little girl, you look like you are looking for ways to have sex, excuses to have sex. Okay. So, if a man is fucking you, do you think he's going to take his penis out of your vagina to rub your clitoris with it? Let's use a little common sense. What does a fucking clitoris do to a dick? Nothing. He's gonna get nothing from rubbing his penis on your clit, sweetheart.
You can tell this is a woman who does not know how to tell her partner what she wants in the bedroom. She just lays there, let him do his thing, and then complain because she didn't get what she wanted, but she didn't open her mouth and say what she wanted. Just lay there and do the do. Starfish.
Got romance. He in the middle of fucking. He don't give a fuck about your clit, sweetheart. He care about that cootie hole. He don't give a fuck about your damn clitoris. Your tiny little clitoris. What the fuck that gonna do for him? He rubbing against it. That's not gonna make him come. He'd rather stick his dick in your pussy. Little girl, you better wake the fuck up. Stop looking for excuses.
Crystal has dealt with men who are just out to please themselves and not her. If you got a man like that, no, he ain't worried about your pleasure. Just his, and then you get ghosted. That's the kind of man she's dealt with. So she can't really answer that girl's question.
To fuck these men. Because that's what you're looking for. Karma Queen of Flames, what's up, baby? She said a woman's pleasure is
starfish.
on the outside. Theirs is on the inside of your pussy. Yours is on the outside. I mean, you do have a G-spot on the top part of the roof. If you curve your finger like this, it's on the roof of your vagina. But a dick goes like this. So much for that theory. So technically, we're not even sexually compatible, if you think about it. Which is
Yep, the starfish. No other positions, just starfish. And then complain, I didn't come. Starfish.
see on the porn with those women screaming, "Oh my God, I'm gonna come!" It's an act. They're faking it.
It's a porno.
Listen, the fact that you don't even come from a man, that a lot of them don't know what they're doing, that should be enough to slow your hot ass down. The risk is not worth the reward. What's that saying?
You can't even.
The risk is not worth the reward. But there is no reward because most of them ain't gonna make you come. I'm mad at all of these women that are older than me, and they were quiet. And they didn't tell me the truth. I had nobody tell me, "Oh, you're not gonna come from dick." Nobody told me that. I saw the porno. I saw all the screaming and the shouting, "Oh my God!" And I thought, wow, I want some of what she's having. Man after man, it's the same shit. They bust a nut, you don't. I want some love up in the comment section. Put some hundreds and some hearts if you know what I'm talking about. Don't you feel like you got scammed when it comes to men? And not only that, a lot of them don't like to eat pussy. Now this is the thing that bothers me. When I watch the gay porn and tranny porn, the way they eat ass bothers me. Because they're so passionate about it. The way they eat ass is the way they're supposed to eat a pussy. And they eat a pussy like they're just barely tolerating it. Like they're just going through the motions to make you scream. But they're not really into it the way they are when they eat ass.
Tell them what you want.
So, which makes me believe that most men are gay. Like, they don't really like us like that. Like, they like ass. Now the truth is out. You know? And I think a lot of them, the whole time they was fucking you in your pussy, they really wanted to fuck you in your ass. But they were scared to ask because they thought, oh my gosh, she's going to think I'm gay. So they kept their little fetish to themselves. And they went into the bathroom, closed the door, and they masturbated to the gay stuff, to the stuff they really like. Because most men like gay sex more than straight sex. It is what it is, y'all. And you heard it from the mouth of Crystal Swirlz. If they like straight sex so much, why are they always bothering to put it in your butthole? Have you ever stopped to think about that? Damn, I got a pussy. My pussy tight. Should be enough, right? Honey. They want that booty-o. Yep. So, that alone should tell you most men, if not all of them, are gay. They all want to put their dick in the ass. All of them. Don't let them fool you. Now, if he's straight, he might act all macho and be like, ain't nothing going in my booty hole. I ain't gay. Okay. But ask that same motherfucker, do you want to stick your dick in that girl's big butt? And see what he say. Damn, she got a bubble ass. Look how big her ass is. You know, they not just saying that to say that. They're saying that because they want to put their dick in there. It is what it is, y'all.
No pregnancy.
Now look at Nikki 1187. Keep it real, Nikki. Can we keep it real just for a little bit? She said, I've experienced men who've never gave me a big O. I resent them. How many males made you come? And just be honest about it. Okay? Some women never experience the big O with a man. They lie because they're embarrassed. They think something's wrong with me. I can't come. No. Nothing's wrong with you. Nothing's wrong with you. And it's time that women stop lying about the truth. Right? I already told you my situation. I only came one time in my life. One time. I'm just keeping it real, y'all. And it was because of oral sex. Okay? One time. So what does that tell you about men? I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. And I know if I have sex with one of these motherfuckers, I will be giving more than I'm getting. I'm going to have to fake it. I'm going to have to, just to get him off, I'm going to have to exaggerate my moans. How many of you have really laid there with a man and it ain't even all that, but you like, oh my God, just to get this nigga off of you. And there's a lot of women in relationships right now saying, yo, this is the realest bitch on YouTube. Yes, I am. Because you never had nobody talk to you like this. You never had another woman admit, I faked it too. I don't be coming either. You scared to admit that to anybody because you don't want nobody thinking something's wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you, girl. I be faking it too.
But you keep having
It was
them
to
over.
the point that if a man wanted sex with me, I would just go, I don't feel like it. Why you think women go, I don't feel like it. I got a headache. I got my period. Why you think they be saying that? Even if they don't have their period, they lie. Why you think they do that? Because sex is not the same for us. Our clitoris is our pleasure center. And some of y'all got these little tiny clits. Do you think a man really gonna be sitting there? And even if he eats you out, If he doesn't do it right with the right amount of pressure, you're not going to come. He might do it okay and it feels good, but you're not going to have an orgasm. So women are way more complicated than men. And men don't have the patience to. They don't have the patience. That's the truth. They dick is hard. They wanna put their dick in something. They don't want to be sitting there licking on your little tiny clitoris, with the exact amount of pressure and with the right speed and girl, they don't want to do that. And some of you bitches take a long time to come. Some of you need your coochies. That's a confirmation from the divine. Some of y'all need your coochies eaten a certain way. And every woman is different. But it would be interesting to know how many women be faking it during sex. And that's why the 4B movement is so popular. It's full of a lot of women that are tired of faking it. It's full of women that are looking at the news, looking at YouTube. Oh my God, that many 200,000 new HIV cases. They looking at that shit and they like, I don't be coming anyway. I ain't missing nothing. A lot of them are like that. When you see these older women and they call us cat ladies and they like, you gonna die alone. You ain't, yeah. And they laugh at that shit because they know I'm not sucking no dick and watching this motherfucker bust. What do I get out of that?
Sure, fried rice.
What do I get out of having intercourse and my clitoris is ignored?
Applebee's.
So many of us just said, this shit is whack. I'm not gonna lie to you anymore. You can call me what you want. You can call me names. I'm good. I don't want to catch the monster. I don't want to catch a urinary tract infection. I don't want to have E. coli swimming in my bloodstream. I don't want my kidneys to shut down, and I don't want to shit on myself. I'm good over here. Let those relationship bitches go through that. So I'm not going to, I really had a good time with you guys. Let me just read a couple of more comments and then I'm going to end this live. But I love talking to you guys like you're my daughter, and I love spreading the knowledge and the information and opening up and being vulnerable and letting you girls who are not that sexually experienced know. Because once you get out there with these men and you see it's not all that, you're going to look back at me. I hope you remember me and say, Crystal was right. I didn't even come. You sucked a lot of dick, though. Mm-hmm. You took a dick up your ass. You did nasty stuff that you really don't want to do.
Did you tell your partner what you wanted?
And if you're in a relationship, you got to do that shit. Think about it. Think about being locked into a contract where you got to suck dick. You got to take a dick up your ass.
No, you
got to do all
don't.
this nasty stuff.
No, you don't.
And you're not going to come from it.
No, you don't.
So basically, you're a human masturbation device. That's why 4B girls don't give a fuck. We realize sex with men is overrated. It's a scam. You're not going to come from dick. Your clitoris is going to get ignored. And you're
not
really
if you
not
tell them
risking
what you
anything.
want.
You're not missing anything, but you're risking everything. Let that sink in. You're not missing anything, but you're risking everything. I got a big one too, thank God.
Instead of telling women to have a voice and stand up for themselves, she just tells them, "Oh, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta do it." No, you don't. No, you don't. But this is a woman who kept a man in her house, milkman, beating on her ass every day, as she told us, spending her money on him, and she thought it was some type of flex because it was her money. But it was your money that was being spent. But you tell women to go get men who have money and have them spend the money on them, but you were spending the money on a man, on a meth head. A meth head who had abs. No, he was dried up from the meth because he was Italian. You thought he was the shit.
My clip big, baby. If I was a nigga, I'd have a big dick. Yep. If I would have been a mutation, a male creation, I would have like a 10-inch dick. So I don't got little clit problems.
You don't have little clit problems? Yours is huge? Okay then, Crystal, why aren't you coming then? That girl mentioned the guy, having sex and he rubbed her clit just right, blah, blah, blah. You didn't answer that question, but yours is so huge, it's a mini dick. How come you're not coming? If it's that big, so open they can see it, why aren't you coming?
You know what I'm saying? So I can't relate to you girls with the little clits, but I am very sympathetic towards you, you know. But yeah, even though I got a big one, they don't give a fuck. They rather, these motherfuckers now, they want some bullshit.
It's that big, you're not coming because they're not worried about your pleasure. Those are the kind of guys you're picking. They're not worried about your pleasure. As big as it is, they're able to avoid it. Because they're not worried about your pleasure. You are a cum bucket. If you let them.
They rather eat your ass than suck your clit. They'd rather eat your ass than suck your clit. Facts. Nasty motherfuckers. You ain't missing shit, little girl. Listen to Big Mama, sweetheart. Because some of you ain't got no mothers, all right? Some of you ain't got no mothers that talk to you like this. And that's why you love me so much, because you come running your little tiny feet to my channel. I love my little girls, because and I love talking to younger women and schooling them, because I lived through you guys. I wish when I was your age, I would have had an old-ass experienced bitch give me the real rundown so I could say, shit, I would have saved myself a lot of headache. I would have saved myself a lot of headache if, and that little sound that you just heard, that was my phone ringing. You know what it was? It was a Tyrone that's trying to talk to me, and he asked me, he said, let me put it in your ass. That's who that was. He just not here.
How did he get your number? Unless he's been watching your channel and he may have gotten it off of that. But I doubt it. I'm pretty sure you met this Tyrone out and about and he wants to put it in your ass. Again, I'm going to add.
Me up. I'm not answering. I'm in the middle of doing my live and he calling me at what time?
You're going to talk to him afterwards.
I was totally turned off when he asked me that. I never did nothing with him. But the fact that he asked me that.
You will.
I couldn't believe it. This man is almost 60 years old and he asked me, could he put it in my ass? Listen, after he said that nasty shit, I'm never going to talk to him again. He turned me all the way off.
I don't believe that shit, because if you didn't want to talk to him, he wouldn't be able to call you because you would block his number. You would block the number. But you're going to keep it on so he can call, so you can make the story about how some guy wants you. If you didn't want to talk to him, you will block the number. How many times I gotta say? She don't know how to say no. She don't know how to say no, and she don't teach women to say no. Instead, you gotta do it. You gotta do it. You gotta get fucked in the ass. You gotta suck his dick. You gotta do this. You gotta let him eat. You can't eat.
That's the second time tonight he tried to reach me. The second time, I'm not answering. Because I know he's into that. He probably watching that gay porn and jerking off to it. And he seen how big my butt was. And he want to put his dick in my ass.
Okay, yep. She met him on the outside. And she gave the number.
Nasty motherfucker. Like I said, you probably wondering what's on the side of the old people fence. What are you girls that are 50 years old going through? The same shit you going through, bitch. The same shit. The game don't stop, baby.
He said men call her for sex only. They don't want a relationship. No, they don't. Well, I'm not surprised if he's asking for that shit. He's going to be the one that turns her around and has her say it. Because she won't say no. She don't know how to. Block the number. If you don't want to deal with 60-year-old Tyrone, block the number. It's almost over, y'all.
And Nikki 1197 said they're all infected with the Bussy Bandit virus. All of them. And the straight ones are copying off the gay ones. That's the crazy part. They quick to call you a faggot. Fuck that faggot, nigga. I ain't no faggot. Okay, but you copying off the faggots. Make it make sense, sweetheart. you copying off the. Hey, all of you gay men, hold your head up high.
Oh, let's not forget, she's supposed to be 4B. So why she give this man her number? Why isn't it blocked? You're 4B. You're supposed to be Miss Celibate. And then again, here we are. It's another black guy. The one she's supposed to hate the most. But she lost her celibacy too. The one she went to eat Applebee's with. Black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy. But she talks the worst about him.
If I was you and I was a gay man, I would have no respect for straight men. Because they put you down, but they copying off of you. Booty eating groceries, that's your shit. Booty fucking, that's your shit. They copying off of you. I never saw the day that straight men will look down on gay men, but they copy off of them. Somebody faking. Somebody in this motherfucker is fake. Yes, Nikki 1197. Men used to love cat, but now all they want is, booty. They want booty now. They don't want pussy no more. I made a song called Booty is the New Coochie.
It's at the beginning of this live stream.
I spit it earlier in my video. Okay? I spit it earlier in my video.
Oh, is she gonna do it again?
Yeah, they don't want pussy no more, baby. They want asshole. They want to go where all the bacteria is. And let me tell you something about the asshole. All right. It is not a self-cleansing organ. The vagina, it gets a discharge. After your period, you get a discharge and your vagina is cleansing itself. The asshole don't do that. It got bacteria in it. It stays there. It stays there. Unless you get fucked in your ass and get those microscopic tears, then the bacteria got a place to go.
Where is she meeting these men? I don't know. There's a project across the street from where she lived. Maybe at her job. Maybe Walmart. She mentioned a past live stream. She was with some guy at Home Depot, and he about did an exorcist with his neck, looking at somebody else right in front of her, and she didn't do anything about it.
In your bloodstream. Not too smart, right? The bacteria got a place to go in your mouth. If he takes his dick out of your ass and puts it in your mouth, Now all that E. coli's in your mouth. Then your throat start hurting.
And do those crazy throat sounds that we be hearing during your live streams.
Okay, your throat gonna start hurting. You're gonna get cancer of the throat and of the esophagus, like Toni Braxton's sister. Fuck around and find out, sweetheart. Now, look at what Karma Queen of Flame said. The anus is for evacuation only. I want y'all to share this fucking video. This video needs to go viral because they taking the asshole and they glamorizing it. They making it seem like it's something like magical. What is magical about E. coli? Do you know what E. coli does?
It's E. coli. I hate the way you pronounce that shit.
It's
E. coli.
extremely dangerous, toxic, cancer-causing. What is so glamorous about putting your dick in a place where fecal matter, doo-doo, passes at least 2 to 3 times a day? What is so glamorous about that? And these motherfuckers are so nasty, they'd rather they desensitize themselves from the smell. It becomes normal to them after a while. The smell of booty, of doo-doo. It becomes a part of them. I've seen gay porn where you look real close at the screen and you can see this shit on that nigga's dick. And he
Were you
will
that
keep
close?
going.
Were you that close?
That's how I know they all the way turned out.
Oh my goodness.
You get past that smell. This nigga he shitted on your dick, and yeah, you don't give a fuck. They just keep on going, honey. These men are something else. Listen, after knowing what I know about them, they will risk their life for another. They don't give a fuck about HIV. They don't give a fuck about failed kidneys. They don't give a fuck about urinary tract infections. They don't give a fuck about monkeypox. They don't give a fuck. They just want to get that nut. They don't care if they asshole collapses. That's how crazy they are. They will let their butthole collapse and wear a diaper for the rest of their life. Let them do that. Because you're not going to get nothing from getting fucked in your ass, young lady. And they going to ask you. Okay? That motherfucker, you seen the phone call in the middle of my live. My phone said, doo-doo-doo. That was my phone ringing. And that nasty motherfucker that's almost 60 years old asking me, could he put it in my ass? That was him calling me late at night. Only a few minutes ago. So all of them are doing this. And I sat on my couch because I had invited him inside. He went to the store to get me a soda. He called me up late at night. He said, oh, I'm at the store. You want something? I was like, yeah, get me a soda. He got me the soda. I invited him inside. We sat on the couch. We talked. He started talking frisky. And he's like, yo, can I put it in your ass? And I just looked at him. I didn't even ask.
So that's where this live stream is coming from. Miss 4B. They kill us every 4.5, 5 hours. Black man, black man, black man. You let them, like you said, late at night, come inside. I told y'all, she's scaring women into not being with men. Meanwhile, she's doing the opposite. And I'm going to put it down. We're going to hear within the next 3 months a story, a live stream related to her doing something with this 60-year-old. I'm going to give her 3 months.
I I was like, damn, you too? I said that to myself. I said, this man is 59 pushing 60. And he just now caught me a few minutes ago. I didn't even pick up my phone. I'm in the middle of doing a live. I'm just so disgusted. Because it's like, damn, nigga, look how old you are. You 59 pushing 60 and you asking to put your dick in my ass.
Because he's probably already fucked you and you ain't telling us. So now he want to try something new. But like I said, if you don't want to deal with him last night when he called, block him. But beggars can't be choosy.
Saying that us older women, oh, we going through it too, honey, with these men. All of them want that. All of them want the ass now.
No. I ain't going through that shit. No,
And like I said, it's going to be a lot of sick people. The amount of cancer of the throat, anal cancer, prostate cancer, leukemia, which is blood cancer, it's all going to rise. The hospitals are going to make a lot of money off of this anal sex craze. There's going to be a lot of sick people. It might not happen right away, but there's going to be a lot of people in the next coming years that come up with cancer, urinary tract infections, collapsed rectums, all because of this anal sex craze. Don't be one of those people. Your booty hole, right? Get one. And I've never even heard of a rectal transplant. I don't think there's any such thing. I don't know. I'm not informed about that. But if your asshole gets stretched out and you can no longer hold your doo-doo, ask yourself this question. Are you willing to wear adult diapers for the rest of your life? If the answer is no, you know what to do. Now you could go out there and date and see what's out there, but I'm telling you, I know what's out there. I was on them dating sites. And most of the men that I met on the dating sites, we did the video chat. We didn't even meet in person. But I noticed most of them want to do the anal now. So it's out there. This is not just a small population of people that want to do the anal. Most of these men are into that now. Most of them. So I don't know what to tell you. If you're looking for a relationship, if you're looking for a marriage right now is not the time, sweetheart, to be worrying about a relationship or a marriage. What you should be worrying about is not catching something. Make that a priority. Okay? You don't need to be sitting up in the clinic with a urinary tract infection. You don't need to be getting a kidney transplant because you put your kidneys through so much abuse from them trying to fight all those toxins in your body. And they were overworked. So now they don't work no more. You don't need that, sweetheart. I strongly suggest women of today practice self-care, pray, play with your pussy, and leave these males alone. I don't know if it's something spiritual going on. I don't know if we having a repeat of Sodom and Gomorrah, but now is not the time to mess with these males. There's something demonic going on with them.
But you had them in your house.
Leave them alone.
You had them in your house.
Leave them alone. Fall back. That's the end of my video. I hope you learned something. Stay safe out there. I love you. Like, share, subscribe, support. If you can, you could donate a couple of dollars to my Cash App. I'll leave that information in the comment section at the end of the video. And remember what I said. Lay low. I love you guys. I'll see you on my next one.
Yeah, lay low while she's hanging out with Tyrone and Postman and now this 60-year-old guy. Yeah, lay low, ladies. And all this butt talk. There's more than one way to catch HIV or any other STD. Whew, thank y'all for joining me, and I will see y'all next time. I don't do every live stream now, especially if she's being repetitive. That's why I didn't bother with the last two. But thank y'all for joining me, the new people, the ones who've been there, and I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy your Sunday.